Hello, big booty friends. Well, it's time to draw for an hour, and then go work out, and then come back and draw for an hour, and kill myself in that order. Woo. Man, don't you love OpenTunes? It takes 15 minutes to turn on. Pretty happy about that. My girlfriend just texted me and said she got a $15 tip because some guy said her ass was fat. So that was cool. Oh, and I hate raisins and trail mix. Alright. So begins. Okay, whoa. Alright. So last we left off, our hero was leaning backwards to start moving his body backwards. Look at him go. And also, we were fixing these lines here because nothing is ever perfect. It's much like life. Life is not perfect. And that's why I'm animating here. And you're enjoying the comfort of not animating. How lonely is the life I lead. I also have homework that I have to do, which is like for a graphic design class. And she wants us to submit animation or something that we worked on like 30 seconds. So I'm just going to literally throw her chunks of the animation that I had finished in the summer and say, you know what, good enough for me, because I hate life and I'm not animating more bullshit. Maybe I could do some kind of test. Who knows? Who cares? Jesus Christ, all that's left in this bag of trail mix is like fucking raisins. I'm over it. I hate raisins. So, last night, your boy was working on an electrical project I've been working on, which is literally just like, it's like a battery that you can bring onto movie sets. I actually talked about it last week, but this is battery, and it can like charge like, I don't know, 3 or 4 V mounts at a pinch if you really need it to. Maybe a couple of Mobi batteries. It's not very big, but it's not, you know, particularly small either. So it's big. It's big enough. Anyway, so I bought this thing called a, I have it right here. Oh, okay. It is a 120 watt DC to DC converter, and the input is 36 volts with a 12 volt 10 amp output. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know shit about electronics. And by that I mean, I know a lot, but I don't know much about how, like, circuits work in terms of, like, DC power, I guess. I know a lot about batteries and other trash, but I don't know shit about, like, what the fuck is going on with, like, DC inverters, and it's kind of annoying, but anyway, so I read on the manual that the power inverter, which is the thing you use to go from AC to, well, it goes DC to DC, or no, it goes DC to AC, and AC is the stuff that comes out of your wall, right? So my manual and my power inverter said that I could take a 24 volt input into my inverter, but the top of the inverter only says 12 volts. So it's a lying little liar, because I plugged that inverter in and then like 30 seconds later, there's my bed's on fire, just partially on fire. It like puts out like flames in either direction because there's fans spinning. It goes like that, and then I have a little bit of a mark on my bed, but it's okay because no one will know. And I breathed in that special smoke that comes when you work with electrical equipment, and it's all fine because no one will know. Haha, except everyone that watches this, but that's okay. So I almost set my house on fire, but it was out of love. So there. Ooh, just saw this. Thanks, Cass. Oh. Zip. Cool. So, I lead a very exciting life, clearly. So I don't know whether or not to draw the faces kind of where they were, and then just like trace on them, and then move his head in like the pattern that I had earlier. But I think I'm gonna like loosely follow it. Well, it just moves back, so. Yeah, let's do that. And then that'll give me a reference for, wow, where shit should go. And I'm not moving to 2 pixel lines yet, I'm still on 3 pixel. But that's okay, because I desperately am not good at drawing yet, so I'm just going to compensate for it by having very thick lines, thick with 2 THs. So it's more of a it's a thick. That's not enough, okay. Something else that I've been dealing with is there's this job that I was gonna go shoot for this lady who wants like videography stuff for her neglectic houses, is how it was pitched to me, but honestly, I don't fucking want to do it. And she hasn't gotten back to me in like several weeks, so I don't think it's gonna happen. And I'm kind of okay with that. Mostly because I don't want to drive to Ottawa. But I also want some sweet cash, money. Also, we're gonna make this helmet stay behind a little bit, and then have kind of a bit of a bounce back. So let's say like, I'm just gonna write this note for myself, times 3 frames for helmet, if possible. Because I want to have a bounce back, which I already said. That's okay. I'm really proud of myself. I didn't play any video games today. I've just been watching TV, so I'm not that proud of myself. I'm gonna go work out soon, so that'll make me feel better. Should I have this linger here more? Yeah, I should. Okay, so I'm gonna have it start over here, because, well, if the helmet's not moving, but he's moving total, so that means that I should really just have this kind of start falling down, I guess, if that makes any sense. Yeah, let's try that. Cool. And then I have a song that I made up stuck in my head, so that's not helpful either. Also, we have a new idea for a TV show, which is literally just going to be what we've always had it be, which is Chris's Lickety Split. But this time on Chris's Lickety Split, which is just, it's just like bullshit that happens to Chris. It's essentially like the same concept as The Good Place, except Chris is already in hell. We just make stuff he would hate happen to him, and it's gonna be so much fun. It's not real, but I would love to make a show actually about that. It would most definitely not make any money and be a terrible idea, but oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah. I don't care. I don't like that. See, that kind of looks like a dragon's mouth. If you've ever drawn dragons before, you know, they have like these like cool things in between their faces, like that, and then especially if you're drawing them away from the side. I'm here to eat your ass. Oh. I used to draw a lot of dragons when I was little, mostly because they were kind of easy. It's like drawing a tree, you know. Organic. But dragons are super easy. Or like cars. Some people draw cars, and it's super easy to them. It's like the same. This looks like his head is going up slightly. And I'm gonna just... Did his pupils go back? Whoa. I need his pupils to stay there. Okay, good point. Good point, me. Whoa, I almost erased everything. Cool. So his pupils should really stay a lot closer to where they are here, but like just within like the line. So let's go ahead and keep going on that whole trend. Because he is looking at someone who's about to beat his willy in. Oh, they're talking about making proxies for red footage. Not there. Because red footage is fairly demanding on the computer processors. And I don't know what I'm going for with these eyebrows anymore. They're so thick and luscious. I wish I had this luscious an eyebrow. There we go. I love this hair, but that's not gonna stay. Okay. So there's frame number 2, where his helmet is staying in place. Just because I like the idea of there being some like room between his helmet and the hair. And then this has to fall kind of parallel to the ground, like that. I want to reference the old helmet too. Well, they all seem pretty similar. It looks decent enough. I had Indonesian food today after I drove to Kohl's to drop off the exploded thing that I did to return to Amazon. And it was fucking delicious, but I think I still probably have some issues left over from the exploding electronics. Although all I gotta do is like wash my sheets probably, and I'll probably be okay, so. I'm going to do that. And then again, I think I talked about this earlier too with ears, right? Because ears start lower than the eyes and end like, because, you know, again, a human skull. Right? You have your eyes here, your nose here, and then your ears are slightly above your eyes. Right there. Because if you think about it in terms of glasses, and they have to droop over. So it's not like glasses, like, you know, go up and over your ear. They go sideways or down sometimes even, because ears are usually lower. But that's how I like to think about it in terms of glasses, because I wear glasses, you know. Because your boy can't read. But that's kind of a separate issue from the glasses, TBH. And we're actually going to have his neck start moving this way, because his whole body is going to follow the movement of his head. And this nose has to come out. And his nose is kind of rounding out right now, and I'm not a huge fan of that. That might have been too much. Yeah, that was too much. But I like the general shape of it. So we're just going to move the right jaw back here. See how that looks. Oh, interesting. That's not expected. His head looks like it's shaking. Why does that move so far that way? That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, interesting. So his nose should not be that far forward. Yeah, that makes sense, because we are literally just starting to move his character kind of this direction. That's might even be too much there. Because the nose moving implies that his head is tilting away from her, and we don't necessarily want that. So he goes, huh? Whoa! And he starts to move back. That makes sense. Get rid of that. Do you remember? Do you remember? Okay, cool. So if we go back to this frame, his expressions, it looks more like it's about this. We'll have the teeth in. It kind of reminds me of Wallace and Gromit teeth a little. And then we'll see, I like this bit here with his lip. I think that looks good. I think this is kind of funny too. Just like a little thing there. I want it more oval though. Yeah, that'll work. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and kind of more or less copy this nose and these eyes, but I want to move them slightly to the right after I finish drawing them. Because I'm a cheap, dirty bastard who hates drawing, but also loves it. It's like, you know, it's like that thing, it's like a love-hate relationship. And I missed his hair. Of course I missed his hair. So that should start moving backwards too. Cool. Then cool. And then cool. Yeah, we'll get that. And then this is where his straps are going to start moving, and I think the helmet will start moving as well. So, not a lot, but a decent amount. Nope, that's not what I meant. Because we are moving this whole frame over, right? So. That's good. The love we share in September, only bloom in true love is here to stay. Ow. Yep, and then this has to kind of come down. So something that I'm kind of fucking up here, right, is that this whole head thing should more or less be there because the neck has to have somewhere to come from. So I think I'll just kind of blend that in a little bit. We'll see where it goes. Because this is his hairline right here, right? So if that kind of comes back, I am A-okay with that. And another thing too, his mouth is getting lower, so smaller, so we have to close his jaw just slightly. But that, not like that. Cool. And again, we want his neck to start to follow him. So, see, it's bending back that way a little bit, but it's kind of still over here hanging out. That's not what we want. Nope. And then we'll finish off the helmet. Important thing is to remember where the highs are at, lows are at. Cool. We'll zoom out a little. Wow, what the hell? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. As Abed says. That's good. And that actually kind of sells the illusion of him turning a little better. I kind of like that. Wait. Yes, perfect. I love that. Because his helmet moves a little more delayed, like. So that looks great. I'm super pleased with that. And also, I do like how in this animation here, the purple stuff, he kind of bends forward a little bit. And I need that blink in there too. But his whole body is going to be tricky. I'm not really sure how to handle that yet. Probably have to sketch it out. I still gotta pick out color palettes for this. I don't know what these things say around it, but I'm sure it's good. Salmo Feli. I can't read. But I think that's a super short draw session for me, but I gotta go do stuff. So I'll come back later tonight, I want to say. Maybe 7 or 8. And continue drawing. Thanks for whoever the fuck that is. Alright. You're cutie. Love ya.